All right, hello and welcome back. We're at the airport and I've built the signal interceptor. We're going to get a little bit of food and some water. Going to do a save. And I have to go talk to Max. All right.
Remarkable work, Knight. The signal interceptor appears to be complete. Are you ready to put it to the test?
Absolutely. I'm ready to go.
Your confidence is an inspiration to us all. That being said, this is the first time we've attempted to directly adapt Institute technology. When we throw that switch, we don't know exactly what's going to happen. God willing, you'll end up inside the Institute, and the mission can continue.
Nothing's gonna stop me when I'm so close to the answers I'm looking for.
Eager to get inside, huh? Good. Now, I want you to listen very carefully. Once you've entered the Institute, we expect to lose contact, so it's imperative you remember everything I'm about to tell you. About 10 years ago, the Brotherhood began recruiting civilian scientists from the capital wasteland to assist with various projects. During this process, we were able to obtain the services of Dr. Madison Li, a noted mind in the field of nuclear engineering.
How did the Brotherhood meet Dr. Li?
She was part of a civilian project in the capital wasteland that the Brotherhood appropriated. It wasn't difficult to convince her.
The Brotherhood appropriated.
Dr. Li's contributions to our cause were instrumental in maintaining order in the capital wasteland. After some time, she developed differences with the Brotherhood and exiled herself to the Commonwealth. We're fairly certain that her intent was to make contact with the Institute.
What sort of differences?
Although she was working with the Brotherhood of Steel, she never formally joined as a scribe. After the capital wasteland was secured, she objected to the Brotherhood's continued military presence there. I think she assumed we would just walk away from it all. She was wrong. Your mission is simple. Once you're inside the Institute, we want you to track down Dr. Li's whereabouts. If you find out that she's still alive, make contact with her and convince her to return to the Brotherhood of Steel. There's a special project we're working on, and it needs her attention.
I want to know what to do if she refuses.
Nothing that would provoke a hostile response. If she refuses, you're not to press the issue. Remember, infiltration of the Institute is our larger goal. Listen to me, Knight. I'm well aware that you're risking your life going into the Institute blind. Just keep your mind on the mission, and don't let anything they say sway you from your duty. Good luck.
Okay. Excuse me. So yeah, we got to find Dr. Li, which we have to meet her anyway. And yeah. Well, let's go talk to Proctor Ingram.
Checked and rechecked everything. I think the signal interceptor's ready to go. Are you?
Let's do this.
All right. Head up onto the platform and we'll see if I can find a signal to lock onto.
All right.
Have your
Pull
assignment,
yourself
soldier.
together and get up onto that
Move out.
platform.
You might want to back up there, asshole.
Let's see. Relays dialed in. Beam emitters warmed up. Everything looks green. Let me start scanning for the signal. Cross your fingers. I'm inputting the code now. Wow, there's a heck of a lot of
Refrain from
interference and
opening fire
ghosting.
inside the
It's gonna
Institute.
take a minute or
It
two to
could
lock
jeopardize
in.
our entire
By the
mission.
way, this little trip you're taking is a heck of an opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. I put a clever little program on this holotape that'll scan their network and download anything it finds. If you place it in any terminal down there, it'll do the rest. Bring it back to me and I'll see if I can make sense of whatever it found. Well, well, looks like we have a winner. All wave capture complete. Ramping the emitter. 60%, 80%.
Dr. Li is a valuable
Emitter's
asset.
spiking, but steady.
any harm
All
comes to
that's
her,
left is to throw the
I'm holding you
transmit
personally
switch.
responsible.
Transmitting in 3, 2, 1. Stay safe, soldier.
All right, and here we are. Finally. It's taken a while to get here, but here we are. Okay, load holotape. Network scanner. All right, back.
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'm ready to discuss things you face. Please, step into the elevator.
Now he's going to do a whole bunch of talking and stuff, as we all know.
I can only imagine you've heard what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean. I've been looking for you for so long.
Who are you?
Sean, it's me. I'm your dad.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Sean, are you okay?
What's going on? Father? Father!
Shh. It'll be okay, Sean. I'm here
I
now.
don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here. Help me!
Please,
Father?
Sean. I'm your
Father,
father.
help me.
Talk to me.
He's trying to take
Just
me.
open the door.
Father, help me!
Let's see. I would like to shoot him right in the face, but
S923.
can't really do that now.
Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
This is insane. All of it.
The degree of trauma you're experiencing right now is understandable. Please, just try to relax. I know this is all difficult to take in.
Just help me understand what's going on here.
I promised answers, and answers you shall have. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication, it's good to finally meet you, after all this time.
That was a little skip.
I am your son.
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
But why? Why take a child? Why take you?
Ah, now that's the question, isn't it? Why me? At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
I think I see where this is going.
Then perhaps you already understand why it was necessary for the Institute to acquire me. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course, but it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics. The human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
And you've been down here the whole time?
I have. Yes. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you.
All right, so I'm just gonna blow through it to try to go ahead and get it rolling, because we all know the conversation and everything.
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't until...
You knew the man was a psychopath?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's Institute technology prolonged. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. What else can I say?
Yeah.
I've heard enough for now.
The Institute is on the verge. I've been a part of something, and now, after all these years, you have an opportunity.
Sure. I don't know. This is so much to take in.
I know, and I am sorry. The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the...
Things are pretty terrible up there.
I've seen it myself. I know. That is why we are so committed to creating a better life for ourselves here. And it's a life that you can now be part of. I simply ask that you give the Institute. We really do have you. Will you take that chance?
All right.
Thank you. The Institute is now your home as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to meet the people. You want to introduce yourself. And finally, Dr.
Right.
Okay. Now we do have to try to convince Madison to escape.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
Hi,
That's
Doc.
the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned, the phase-out on these older models can't come soon enough.
Oh, I don't know. Most of them have lasted long past their projected lifespans. If you ask me, they were built pretty well.
I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3 roll out.
There we go. All set. Unit, you can return to duty.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks again.
Of course. We're all looking forward to
Hey,
working
Doc.
with you.
They weren't kidding. You really are here. Well,
No, I'm still up top.
Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, if you don't mind my...
Just to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he grew up to be.
Well, I don't know about all that.
Down at the as you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical... We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's... Now that you're here and you...
Absolutely.
Oh, good to hear. It'll be a load off Sean's mind. Take your time. Get yourself acquainted. There's a lot to take in. Plenty of things you won't find topside. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the...
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Goodbye, then.
Yep, goodbye then. Okay, so we don't need to go to robotics, but we do need to go to bioscience.
On batch 274.
Childson.
Not yet. I've
It's
been
just
reviewing Father's
remarkable.
plans to expand our operations at Warwick. He's eager to get that going, so I've had to put everything else to...
I wonder how the Warwick family is doing. Young Wally must be close to 10 years old by now. It's remarkable that any child can
Excuse me,
survive
Doctor.
for so long up there,
Welcome.
don't you think?
So good to have you here. Dr. Clayton Holdren, head of the Bioscience Division.
I just decided to go ahead and interrupt them.
It's truly amazing.
I look forward to learning more about it.
In that case, let me give you a brief overview of what we do here. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in field. Our most important To that end, we've even started to explore the... You probably saw the gorillas.
No, haven't seen them, but
Seems like there's nothing you guys can't do.
With hard work and ingenuity, any challenge can be overcome. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time and...
I'm not sure how well I'll fit in, but I'd like to give it a try.
Great. I was hoping you'd say that. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer any questions.
no, I'm good.
I'm good. good for now. Thanks.
Take care, then.
Now, if I recall correctly, I have to get something for Virgil. Can I get into this?
It's tight.
No. We're gonna wait then. We'll wait for a little while. It's either hack here and go straight into the lab, or go around with all the defenses and the synths and the robots and the assaultrons and all that. So we'll see if we can get a level, and then I'll hack that computer. I just have to remember to put the point into hacking. All right. Doing good so far.
True food supplement 77 is...
Oh god, this guy and his food supplement 77. Oh, I don't have any great mentats either. Let's have a look here. I do have charisma of 10 though. And I don't think I have anything that's going to boost my charisma. That's strength, perception, agility. Yeah. Okay. So we're just going to have to rely on charisma 10.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point,
Excuse me, Dr. Li?
Oh, it's you. You're not authorized to be here.
Actually, I was looking for you.
Me? Why?
I've been sent by the Brotherhood of Steel to find you.
You don't beat around the bush, I'll give you that. I knew it was just a matter of time before your people would track me down. I've been looking over my shoulder for almost a decade, waiting for them to send someone like you to kill me.
I'm only here with good intentions. You have my word.
You're giving me your word, even though we just met? Fine. Since Father trusts you, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I might not agree with everything he says, but I know he'd never allow harm to come my way. Say what you came here to say, and then leave me alone.
Are you happy here?
You'd think being surrounded by cutting-edge laboratory equipment and some of the greatest minds the world's ever known would be enough. Only problem is the lack of transparency. I don't think we get the full story on everything that occurs down here. What does that have to do with why we're talking?
The Brotherhood needs your help, Doctor.
Needs my help? Why? They seemed to have everything under control when I left.
Let's go with that one.
The Brotherhood has had problems, and we need your help.
I don't see how that's my problem. Tell me something. Why would I possibly want to come crawling back to the Brotherhood? What reason would I have to throw away everything I've accomplished here?
Father trusts me, and so should you.
He trusts you because you're family. I'm not. I can't just take your word for it. I need more than that.
The Brotherhood has always been straight with you.
I am getting a bit tired of all the secrets around here. Sometimes I feel like Father isn't like there are things I'm not supposed to know about. I don't like that. But still, how can I turn my back on all of this?
Your work could be instrumental in freeing the Commonwealth.
You really know how to push my buttons, don't you? You know, this is why the Institute was so damn selfish. All those innocent people up there, dying. And here I am, surrounded by technology that could make their lives better. Yet we hide down here and insulate ourselves from everything and everyone. It's not right. It's not right. I'll make my way back to the Brotherhood. But I'm going to have to do it on my own. I can't take any chances being seen with you. Tell whoever sent you that they've just regained the services of Dr. Madison Li. Now, for the sake of keeping up appearances, let me see that pip. I've been told to install a courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
Thank you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the Institute, handy is something of an understatement. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Speaking of, I trust our discussion will remain between the two of us. Now, I need to get back to work, and I'm sure you have other things to do.
Okay, now if I had failed one of those speech checks, she would have told me to find out about a friend of hers named Virgil, who supposedly died under weird circumstances, and then I could just say, no, Virgil's a super mutant. He lives in a cave in a glowing sea. He's not dead, and I'm here to get a cure for him too. And that would have convinced her if I had to go that route. But I didn't fail the speech checks. Even the red one, that was good. So there we go. We have Madison Li now. Let me find some food. There we go. Just something to eat real quick. All right, so we have Madison Li. That was a big one. And I believe that this leaves the SRB.
No visible reaction to the K-14 compound. We'll start protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
Greetings, sir.
Seriously thinking of heading over to robotics to knock some heads together.
What now?
They're dragging their feet
Always
on
be
the
vigilant.
package upgrades I
We
asked
have
for.
many
Maybe I
enemies.
should take some
Good
courses
day.
with me. Send a message.
Please don't.
Okay.
It's between us and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft on me, Alana? Doctor. So, here you are. Justin Ao, Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity.
I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
Why? Don't you trust me?
I'll be honest. You're an outsider.
The first outsider to be allowed access to the...
Excuse me.
There's little precedent for this situation, so it's only natural to take extra precautions. It's nothing personal, I assure you.
Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the suit. Our primary responsibility...
I'm sure it's best for everyone if the synths remain here.
Certainly. We can't allow sophisticated Institute technology to fall into the wrong hands.
The results could be disastrous.
Our main instrument is the Courser. A third Coursers hunt down and reclaim. They are highly self-sufficient.
I like getting him on this one.
Tracking. In a word, but I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
I have combat experience.
I'm no stranger to combat.
Even so, a Courser should be more than a match for any single combatant. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
Nope, I'm good, because I don't like you. And I'll be glad to shoot you in the face. Thank you. Alright. And that is all the department heads.
To report, sir.
No, I just have to remember.
Every symptom you experience in detail.
I hope I'll prove a useful test subject for you, Doctor.
Reporting status. All functions normal.
Remember to keep unnecessary power consumption to a minimum. Don't recharge unless your primary level...
Now there was something about...
This is beyond
Yeah, it's a master, so... We're going to have to level up. I am going to get Virgil's... I am going to get Virgil's serum, though. Oh, and while we're here, I'll show you. You won't get to see it very much in this Let's Play, but this is the Director's Quarters mod. It's the same one that gives me the quarters on the Pridwin and the Minutemen at the castle, and I think the railroad has one. I've never seen it though. But most of the stuff, it's all static. You can't interact with it, but you know, you will get some nice decorations, and you'll get some storage here and there. And a little kitchen area here where you can craft some food and stuff like that, and store stuff. And it just looks really, really nice. Down here, you'll get a bed here. Some more storage. I'll take those bottle caps. And then just decorate it up. This is the main bed. This is a director's bed. And, you know, just more storage, more decorations, a little picture on the wall, some good looking stuff. I really like this. It's so much better than just the plain Jane stuff that, you know, that you get the other way, when you just the vanilla stuff. Now, this is still here, and it will always be here. It doesn't disappear. Even when he dies and you take over, it's still here. Or if you just blow everything up, of course, it's still there.
To see the Institute firsthand. What do you think?
Let's just try to stay on his good side for now.
You've got technology here that I never dreamed possible. It's amazing.
I'm glad you can appreciate what we've accomplished. None of it has been easy. Ultimately, all our knowledge and resources are focused on a single goal. The goal is best summarized as our motto: mankind redefined. Unfortunately, no advancement comes without occasional setbacks, as remarkable without proper supervision. The superior synth mind and body attempting to wrestle with something approaching free will can be a recipe.
See, even he admits right here that it's close to free will.
If the synths are intelligent and self-aware, then they have a right to free will.
However closely they may approximate human behavior, they are still our creations. When you see what I have to show you, I think you'll agree that we know what is best for our synths. A rogue synth has taken over the Raider gang at Libertalia. His memories have been erased, and his identity altered. He believes Gabriel. Under his leadership, the Raiders have taken many innocent lives. I've dispatched a courser to Libertalia. I'd like you to join him and reclaim that synth.
We'll bring that synth home.
That would be best for everyone. Now you should get moving. Many people are in danger, and a delay could cost lives.
Yep. Let's save. And then, you know, some of this other stuff's been added. This is a chemistry station. That's really awesome. Just to be honest, I like that touch there. And then back here you have a weapons workbench and an armor workbench and a power armor station. So yeah, this director's quarters mod is really, really good. I like it. Let's see. I do want to go see the little dude that sells stuff. Because he has something that I want to get before we blow this place to hell.
Greetings.
Oh, yeah, you got a lot of that too, don't you? You want 2,800, so I need 2,000 caps to get that. That's pretty expensive. I think my 2 shots better, but I would definitely like to have that. And it's got an automatic barrel on it at the moment, which is why the damage is so low. But I could put an advanced automatic barrel on it. But anyway, I can't afford it, so Let's look at some of this. The chest piece. Nope, I don't want chameleon. That's a regular synth helmet. I would like the synth field helmet. That would be kind of cool. That one is energy and damage resist, and that's action point refresh. Now, if I'm gonna wear armor, that's something that I would do. But oh, they have a jetpack, 1200. Oh, I actually like this. I've never seen this, because I have the nanosuit mod, and I've never actually seen it available for sale on any merchant. Now, the nanosuit and the nanosuit armor are only for females. I do not have the male version mod downloaded, only the female version. Because when I had both the male and the female version, there was some confliction somewhere, and it just didn't work. So, but the jetpack would work just fine. And they do not have a synth field helmet. Okay. What kind of ammo you got there? You got plasma. You see all those fusion cores over there all separated out? That's because I'm using a Gatling laser. That's always been a problem with the Gatling laser. It never got fixed, and by now it's not ever going to get fixed. I think there's a mod that can help with it, but for the most part, it is what it is. I've just learned not to complain about it and not to worry about it and just going about my business, because I really don't use the Gatling laser on a lot of my characters. Either I'm a sniper build or I'm a commando build, and I'm using, plasma rifles or something like that. Now, how much would those 160 cost me? 1,200 caps. That's a bit much, my friend. That is a bit much. Okay. No thanks. I'm good. Thank you. Okay, well, we're going to save it, and we're going to relay out of here, because Maxon is going to want to know what's what. I had contemplated going to get my armor, but I'm not going to need it to go from the Predwin to my airport house area. I think there's a few quests we're going to do before we do that. Now, well, hey, Dance. How's it going, bud? Now, I'm sorry, if I'm Brotherhood Steel and I'm on my battleship, the Predwin, and some dude just materializes right there, even though he looks like one of my Brotherhood brothers, I'm going to question him, because if he just came from the Institute, I mean, that just doesn't make sense to see, like, there we go. Do you ever go off duty? You have been here with that Gatling laser every time I've come up here. And they even let me walk right on in here.
Received word that Dr. Li is returning to us. How cooperative do you think she'll be?
I think she's confused right now.
No matter. Given the proper motivation, I'm certain she can be persuaded to see things our way. As soon as Dr. Li arrives...
The proper persuasion.
She's been under the Institute's influence for the last decade, and we can't afford to take any chances. Now, I believe you still possess an important piece of data that Proctor Ingram is eagerly awaiting. I want you to bring it to her immediately. Once again, Knight, you don't fail to impress. Dismissed.
Integrity looks good. No need for adjustments.
Okay, so there's our level. Now I need that. I need that level. Oh. Ooh. We got a ways to go. We need at least 2 more levels for master. Luckily, we can get all of them. But yeah, we're gonna have to... Oh, I have 3 levels. What? Wait a minute. I have 3 levels? Okay. I totally missed that. I totally missed that. And I'm going to also... Alright, so now we can hack that computer and we can get... So we're going to do that for Virgil. But we're going to have to do Libertalia first. So we can get back into the Institute, no problem. Turn in the quest, blah, blah, blah. Science. What about science? 41. And these are 39. Oh, let me go. We'll do that. Because then we can get, at 39, we can get 4 and 4. And then at 41, we can get that. And then we're good to go with all of our good stuff. I did not know we'd leveled up that many times. All right, now we have to go find Proctor Ingram. I think she's back here. Or she may be down where Liberty Prime's coming from. I don't know. We'll find out. And I do apologize. I know this one was a lot of running around, but we needed to get into the Institute, get all the talking out of the way. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, and let's go ahead. Let's talk to our boy who's back.
Wondered when I'd see you again.
Welcome back, Paladin. Welcome home.
Glad to hear someone say that. Listen, I didn't have a chance to thank you properly before. I want you to have my old gun. It kept me alive all those years. Maybe it can do the same for you.
Well.
Thank you, Paladin.
It's not exactly a regulation issue, but I hope it serves you as well as it served me. I'm not sure I still have a place here. I've been away for too long. Maybe I'm not cut out for the Brotherhood anymore. But I'll give it time. I owe it to you and to my team. Thank you for giving me another chance.
He looks a lot better. Let's see. I don't see Proctor Ingram down here anywhere.
If you need it, there's shelter and supplies at the police station in Cambridge.
Yep, I know. I come from Cambridge, buddy. Okay, well, let's go down to the, I don't need an initiate telling me how to make war, okay? Yeah. Let's go down to the airport. I want to get these last conversations done real quick, and then we'll probably call this video. And since I don't have my power armor on me, I'm going to have to take the vertibird down. apologize if I've been a little lower, more quiet lately. It's just very early in the morning. Still not feeling the greatest. But I want to get this continued on. So, hopefully everything's sounding good and you're enjoying it. Okay, there's Ingram. I think we're about to be let in on the secret.
Here's your holotape, Proctor. Hope the data on that thing was worth it.
Thanks. It's good to see you're still in one piece. Wasn't sure what the interceptor would do.
I wasn't worried. After all, I built the device myself.
I have confidence in everything I built too, but that's because I'll only deal with technology that I understand. Speaking of technology I don't understand, I'll get this holotape to Proctor Quinlan. I'm dying to find out what's on it.
Hopefully it'll reveal a weakness in their defenses.
That would be the best case scenario. Before we jump to conclusions, let's see what Quinlan's scribes can get off of it. I'm sure the Institute has all of their data heavily encrypted, so it's gonna take some time to crack. After that, we'll have to see what we've got. There's no telling what we might have grabbed off their mainframe. In the meantime, I've got a new assignment for you. So, I bet you're eager to get your hands dirty on our new project. How much has Maxon told you about it?
Nothing.
He didn't tell me anything.
Makes sense. We've been trying to keep it under wraps until the time was right. Come on, it's this way. Unless you're blind as a bat, I'm sure you've noticed that we've been building a gantry on the tarmac. Maxon and Kells have been looking for something that'll tip the balance when we go toe-to-toe with the Institute. Now, the Pridwin might be a big beast, but she's not built for fighting. That's where our new project comes in. This storage bay full of parts is what's left of Liberty Prime. The Brotherhood used it in the capital wasteland as a weapon against the Enclave. It's the most advanced robot the Brotherhood has ever had at its disposal. It's destroyed in the line of duty. I've spent the better part of the last few years piecing him back together. And if you think that was easy, try rebuilding a Protectron while you're blindfolded. In order to get Liberty Prime fully operational, we're going to need your help.
No problem. I'm sure this only looks worse than it actually is.
I wish I had your confidence, because this is not going to be easy. Now, the good news is that we've got The bad news is that it's going to take more than a few rivets and some spot welding to get them working again. The first problem is his CPU. It's fragile, and every time we try to feed power to it, it blows itself out.
Why is the power blowing out his CPU?
Liberty Prime has a highly complex power system. A good deal of that system was damaged when he exploded. So I'm working in the dark, trying to come up with parts on my own. Luckily, you were able to convince Dr. Madison Li to return to the Brotherhood. She was on the original build team for Liberty Prime a little over a decade ago. But she's reluctant to work on Prime for some reason. If you could get her down here to lend a hand with his power system, we can get the big guy moving.
Okay, so...
Hey.
Need something?
Paladin.
If you have the time to talk now, I'd still like to know what you think about Scribe Halen.
I think she's hot and I want to marry her. What? Wait. What was the question?
She's as dedicated as they come. A real team player.
I couldn't agree more. But I wasn't looking for an evaluation of her performance as a scribe. I wanted to know what you thought of Halen as a person.
As a person? It's not like you to ask me something like that.
No, it's not. The truth is, I'm worried about her. Since you and I are getting along so well, I felt like I could confide in you about it.
I appreciate that you value my opinion so highly.
Let me explain everything. A few months before you found us, one of my men was shot multiple. Halen stayed by that knight's side for 2 days straight, without sleep, fighting to keep him alive. I decided that his suffering needed to end and ordered Halen to administer an overdose of painkillers so he could die with dignity, even though I'm certain she wanted to continue fighting for that knight's life. She injected him without question.
She did the right thing.
Of course she did. But the decision whether or not to ease the point is what happened later that same evening. Halen approached me while I was on watch. She didn't say a word, but I could tell something was wrong. After what felt like an eternity, she collapsed into my arms, crying. I didn't know what to do, so I just held her for a while. A few minutes later, she stopped, kissed me on the cheek, and simply said, "Thank you," before heading back into the police station. Right then it hit me. Maybe I pushed her too hard. I ordered her to ignore her instincts, to do something. That's why I'm worried about her. That's everyone under my command.
Right. This isn't really about Halen, is it?
No, I guess it isn't. Look, 4 soldiers. Over half of my team are gone. Each one of them died because of decisions that I made. I understand the risks that come with the job. We all do. But how can anyone have confidence in me anymore? Hell, how can I...
The way you held Halen tells me you care about them. And they care about you.
I never thought of it that way. Well, it looks like things have taken a turn. I signed up to be your sponsor, so I teach you everything. All joking aside, I'm pleased that we had this discussion. And with all the problems you're facing, you still took the time to listen. It's comforting to know that I can speak to you as more than just your commanding officer.
I'm here anytime you need me, Dance.
Good. I may take you up on that someday. Anyway, thanks for letting me get that off my shoulders. I think it's been way more than I realized. I'm only sorry you had to see me.
I've actually only heard that entire thing one time, so that's why I listened to it. But yeah, and I don't like the flirt options. I have never clicked on any of those options with Dance at all. Let's see, we need food and water. How much? Okay, there we go. And let's have some of that Rad Scorpion casserole. And where is Dr. Li? First off, I'm going to get some sleep, and then I'll find Dr. Li.
In my experience, hot shots and big mouths end up with closed casket funerals.
Good thing I'm not a hot shot with a big mouth. I'm a hot shot with a big gun. Alright, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's good. 9 hours. Okay. Personal bubble dance? Really, guy? Let's just grab one. Yeah, I'd say that thing's shot. Now, is Madison... Alright, there's Proctor Ingram. Now, is she on the Pridwin? Yeah, I think she's on the Pridwin, so... Nope, we don't need to go that way. We need to go that way. Okay.
I don't know about Scribe Naraya.
I'll leave her alone. They always worry about the scribe that's taking care of animals. Excuse me. Alright, I'm just going to try to convince her to work on stuff. And that's what we're going to call it. This is not the one where I get to threaten to shoot her, but... let's... Raider activity. Okay, we have a charisma of 8 in the armor, so... Where...
Cade won't clear me for duty yet. I think he's giving me orders now.
All right.
If you're here to talk me into working on Liberty Prime, you can get it.
You promised you'd help us.
You're right, I did. But you neglected to mention that I'd be asked to work on Liberty Prime. I've been down this road with the Brotherhood before. Why would I make the same mistake twice?
Why won't you help us with Liberty Prime?
We deserve an answer, Doctor.
I originally left the Brotherhood because I was tired of being stepped on and used. First, there was the water purification project, designed to freely benefit the entire Capital Wasteland. Even though the Brotherhood allowed it to be activated, they wanted to control it. But that wasn't enough. They forced me to use Liberty Prime. Turned my work into a weapon of war. I had enough, so I left. It's as simple as that.
Because we care what happens to the Commonwealth.
And we want to stop the Institute from using its technological superiority as a weapon.
You know, if anyone else wearing a Brotherhood of Steel uniform said something like that, I'd laugh in their face. But coming from you, it sounds like you actually mean it. Tell Proctor Ingram to get her scribes ready. It's going to take a hell of a lot of work to get Liberty Prime back online, but we'll get it done.
That actually was, I could have, cause the option to let you threaten her, he says, either you get down there and you get to work on Liberty Prime, or I will have you shot. And, I did that one time. It was quite interesting. And, the next interaction after that, she's like, just keep him away from me, blah, 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 you know, so... It was funny, but I didn't want to resort to that. I've been playing a pretty good character. I've been playing, even though he's with the Brotherhood, he's still a pretty good guy. So, you know, I didn't want to resort to threatening to kill her and all this stuff. And
mole rat on a stick was a really bad. Excuse me.
Okay. Even though Maxon says, you know, some coercion, you know, or something like that. But Maxon's a bastard, and I'm not Maxon, so... There is a mod that will actually let you, or actually it will allow Dance to challenge Maxon, and then either Dance can become Elder or you can become Elder. And I should probably have downloaded that mod, but I really didn't want to do that. may do it in the future, though, because this is not going to be my only Brotherhood Let's Play. We will do another one eventually sometime. Dude.
If it was up to me, I'd take every barrel, mutie, and
Is she still? Yeah, she's still up here. So.
Excuse me, Proctor Ingram.
Well, things are off to a good start. Isn't that right, Doctor?
I hope so. Prime suffered some significant damage to his memory. I wish your people would have been a bit more careful, Proctor. The good news is that the damage isn't irreversible, and I should be able to get the power flowing into his CPU core without overloading. If your people stay out of my way, that is.
Charming.
Sorry about that, Ingram.
Don't worry about it. We might be butting heads on a few issues, but I've dealt with worse. Besides, Dr. Li's worth all the aggravation. We're working with one of Prime's original designers. I don't see it getting any better than that. In fact, since things are going so well, we're gonna have you start building his electromagnetic actuators.
Sure, anything you need.
That's what I love about you. You're ready to leap into action, and I bet you don't have the faintest idea what I'm talking about. The actuators are what allows Liberty Prime's arms and legs to move.
Actually, he was a robotics engineer. He knows exactly what that is.
Construct a brand new system using electromagnets and install them in its limbs. What we need.
But I can't tell Ingram that, so.
Now that you know what the actuators are, you need to know how to make them. These are the plans and the materials list. Don't lose them.
Now, before you get that look on your face, you'll be happy to know that we have plenty of the raw materials on that list right here at the airport. The only thing we need you to find is a high-powered magnet. According to Proctor Quinlan, the best place to find one is with hospitals around the Commonwealth. We're working on a few teams to find the rest of the high-powered magnets you'll need. They should be back by the time you return.
Once you start building the actuators, we need one for each limb, so you'll need to make a total of 4. Good luck.
I like Madison. Okay, so that's where I'm going to call it. For this one, we are at just over an hour. And we got to do Libertalia. That's going to get us back into the Institute to turn that quest in, and we can go get the serum now that we've got the hacking up. And then we'll go find this this magnet. Eventually, we're going to be sent into the glowing sea after nuclear bombs, and then Dance is going to go bye-bye, and we'll have to go find him, and we'll have to convince Arthur Maxson to not be a dick. But all that will be on a later video. Thank you guys very much for watching, and for now, I'm going to call it, and we will see you later.